I'm just totally, totally interested, because I was in the army myself. I mean, I was in 68 and 69,
Huh?
or maybe 67 and 68, or there was an overlap of 3 years, and it was the real heat of Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I wasn't sent to Vietnam,
Uh,
and I was, it had been all about what my whole life was about up till then, was how to not go. And actually, I was also in an honor guard, so that when people were killed, the soldiers were killed, they were in the Baltimore area where I was.
mm-hmm.
I was in the burial squad, and it's
Yeah.
really, really something. And I mean, one of the most powerful places for me is the Vietnam Memorial in Washington. It's
Mm-hmm.
just totally killer. And
Took me a long time before I could go there.
yeah, and I'm so interested in actually how this, I mean, what should we call it? Just like
What do you want?
non-duality. I mean, where does it hit the road? What is it? I mean, exactly what you said. The post-traumatic stress. I mean, I'm just so interested in how to reach out
Mm,
and how it works. And like you would be like someone that would be could guide me totally into interfacing with people that and share your experience of what happened. I
mm,
mean, not necessarily what made the stress, but I mean, what's
right,
what's real for you.
right. Well, you meant real. I mean, if you want to change the vibe in a room, you tell them you you start to bring up your experiences in Vietnam. I have to be. I mean, I learned early on that it really affects people when you start talking about it. Everything gets really serious. Where for me, it's another experience, and I have to look at that experience as a benefit. And when you talked about reaching out, because of that experience, it really opens up the amount of people that Butch can talk to. Um, there's not all that many people on the planet that have gone to war. And I mean, when I'm talking war, I'm talking John Wayne movies, taking hand grenades, pulling the pin, throwing them, shooting, getting shot at for um, day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, um, living like that. So I don't. Um, I mean, I can explain a little bit to you how it was explained to me, but where just what exactly where the stress comes from and what stress is. It was explained to me the first person that talked to me was a doctor, and she she asked me if I knew why that I was going through a lot of the problems that I was going through, what people would call problems, like living in a cave. I lived in a tent for 10 years, and but it didn't hit me until this was I got out. I got back to the mainland in 68. So 68, 78, 88, 98. It really didn't, it didn't manifest. So I really knew about it until the 90s. If you talk to my wife now, she'll tell you that there was a lot of stuff going on. You talk to my children, they'll tell you there's a lot of stuff going on. What happens is when you're in a situation, PTSD, and you're like, I was trying to kill, I spent a year killing people, trying to kill people, and they were trying to kill me. So what happens is the mind goes into this super adrenaline state, super awake, aware of where you're at and what you're doing, and it doesn't go away if you do it for as long as a combat soldier does it. It doesn't go away. That you stay on that edge for the rest of your life. Your neurotransmitters get, if they're going like this, and they go, let's say your neurotransmitters go like this, so the adrenaline rushes and you're feeling it. Well, they get welded. welded open or welded shut. So you're always in that state. It doesn't go away. Vietnam isn't like a memory. It's like it's always going on. Some part of it. It's always going on. So so you do a lot of you do a lot of things that that regular people don't do, or regular somebody that wasn't exposed to that kind of environment. Turning the lights on at night, for 30 years, still affects me a little bit, not too much, but I couldn't. You don't turn the lights on really like in the house, because if you got the lights on, somebody from outside can see you and shoot you if you're in like a little tent or something. Well, so you carry that with you for for always, and yeah.
I don't know. Let me ask you this. Maybe probably even the minor things when our mother and our father said something to us are still there somehow. And it's so subtle that we don't really realize that we're in that hypnotism or in that conditioning. Whereas,
Yes.
and you say something as strong as being really a predator for 1 year, for 365 days, and also pray, is such a powerful experience that you can't deny it. It's,
yes.
But maybe the mechanism, I don't know.
Well, people will. It's such a common response to when I say something like that. You can't imagine what it's like to do that. So the majority of people will think, well, just, you can get you can forget that. Well, Jack said it best when she explained the whole thing the best to me, when memory isn't any more real than any other thought. It's the same. If you're going to get into this business of being free, then there is no memory. There's no future. There is right now.